Hi guys, I'm just going to finish up our organizational design and organizational culture discussion from Module 5. And I do want to highlight, these are the last 4 slides of the lecture, and you can see here a basic example of organizational design. You can see the overarching project manager might be in charge of the finance unit, the nursing unit, the social work unit, and the pharmacy unit. And we just highlighted how all of these groups have to integrate and organize themselves with the structures and the policies established. And who's in charge of that? The project manager. They are ensuring that processes and organization is going very smoothly so that they can be an effective working unit. You may have multiple project managers with a similar setup like this, especially, especially if you're thinking about different floors of the hospital. A very large hospital would probably be structured differently, but the point here is that you need to understand whatever organization you are in, you need to understand how it is designed, how it is set up, how the systems are integrated and in place to coordinate between units and between departments or clusters of employees. We're going to go briefly over the informal relationships that actually occur within a company or within a healthcare setting. These can be a very positive influence. These can be a very positive aspect of work life. The friends you make. You may not even work in the same department, but the actual relationship usually starts off professional, and then you get to know each other at work, right? It might be the group that you always go to lunch with. And these can be really beneficial, and they contribute to the overarching organizational culture, right? Do people enjoy working together? That's one thing you should look at if you are interviewing with a company or a healthcare environment. You can kind of see here, these are examples of informal relationships between different departments or among different departments, right? So again, sometimes these can be set up and they can really influence culture negatively if there is dissension between units, between group members. This also is usually, the negative can be highlighted if the leadership is not strong, if there is not a collaborative tone of we enjoy working together, but we also get the job done. Very, very important to make sure that you're looking at the overarching, if you're looking at the overarching environment that you are working in. So very important to look at some of the ways in which people interact with each other. You can also see just a little diagram of informal groups and how these groups can really be created within an environment. And again, they can really influence for the positive or for the negative. So consider that as you are establishing groups within a working environment. And again, making sure that it does not become, exclusive, and that it does not, but it is an open and inviting environment, and that it contributes to the overall organizational culture in a positive light. I do want to highlight the staffing process briefly. Again, if you work for a large company, they will absolutely have multiple people in a human resources capacity. A lot of times a smaller company can have a much smaller human resources role in terms of whoever handles the hiring process for a particular department may also have a variety of other responsibilities. So understanding the processes for hiring and getting staff members in place. A lot of times human resources will work together in a large company, will work together with the project managers who are hiring and staffing and walking through that process. So there's usually a lot of an onboarding process with employees, recruitment, orientation, similar to the way that students come into a university. So this is our overview of the design of organizations today, as well as organizational culture. I hope that you are taking away plenty from this, especially as you are beginning to interview for those, or kind of think about what you want to do long term and where you might like to work. Please let me know if you have any questions, and have a great day. Thanks.